Macy Kaling here, owner of the Daily Method in Los Gatos. I'm going to be bringing you some clean, healthy, easy to make recipes to help you on your journey during the 30 Clean and our challenge at the Daily Method Studios. All of the recipes I'm going to show you are based on how I cook things. Like most of you, I'm super busy, and the faster I can get the food on the table for my family in the healthiest way possible, the better. So for me, I like to dirty the least amount of dishes possible. Measuring cups, measuring spoons, all that out the door. I love recipes where I can fudge a little bit here and there. I can eyeball most of the ingredients and the measurements that go into my recipes. And I can substitute one ingredient for the other if I don't have everything on hand. So today, we're gonna talk about guacamole. My husband grew up about 10 minutes north of the Mexican border, so in our house, it's not guacamole, it's guacamole. Here we go. Now, I'm going to try and give you guys a couple recipes that are quick, easy, super clean, and things that you can make at home that oftentimes a lot of people buy already packaged at the store. Today, I'm going to show you guacamole. I know a lot of you probably already know how to make this, but I think a couple of you might be surprised at how simple it is to make with a couple ingredients at home. It's very easy to use one ingredient over the other. I'll give you some quick tips. But a lot of times when you purchase packaged foods from other stores, while it may claim that they're clean, all natural, and fresh, a lot of times when they put things in a bag or a container, they have to add a lot of different gases, which can sometimes alter the taste, as well as the nutrient value of the food. So here we go, guacamole. I'm gonna start with 2 avocados. And if you want to know a trick to picking out a perfect avocado, because many times I've gone to the store and grabbed an avocado, open it up, and it's not so good. If you pop out that little stem that's on the top and it's bright green, 10 out of 10 times you're gonna have a perfect avocado. So you wanna keep looking for that. I'm taking the pit out of this avocado, gently use the knife, get the avocado pit, twist it, and it should pop out no problem. I'm just using 2 avocados. I was lucky and married myself a farmer. My husband's got roots in farming and ranching, and so our garden is pretty spectacular thanks to him year-round. We've got a lot of fresh produce. I really wish we could get some avocados. We planted an avocado tree. The deer love them, so we're trying it again this year, but it takes a couple years to really produce some good avocados. So those I still buy at the store. You're gonna take your avocado and you're just gonna hollow it out, and I'm gonna show you in just a second another one of my favorite little tools that I got at Costco. Pretty inexpensive, super fast at whipping up a bunch of different concoctions, and I'll use it a couple times in some recipes I'm gonna show you. So back to my husband's garden, we've got lots of tomatoes, and I'm gonna show you later on in this recipe as well. Zucchini coming out of our ears. If anybody wants tomatoes or zucchinis, comment, message me, and I'll leave some for you at your appropriate studio. I'll give it to the owners, Desiree or Aaron. So I'm just spooning the avocado into my mortar, and I will show you that in a moment. It's quite heavy, but it's so worth it, and who could use a little extra arm workout? Tossing the skins of the avocado away. This is my mortar. Got it at Costco, $12.99. Super worth the price. It's already not that expensive, but I use it all the time. Whipping up guacamole, no problem. Even if the avocados aren't super ripe, it has a way of mashing them super fast so you don't have to spend a lot of time. A lot of times, I don't know about you, maybe I've got weak arms, but cutting through that avocado can sometimes tire out your arm. This does it, lickety split. So you just mash up that avocado. Super easy. And it is done. So just scraping off a pestle I used to do that. Also whip up some of my own antibiotics. Just kidding. All right, so now we're gonna go to the spices. Seasoning salt, that really popular one that most of us, it's a go-to for. I used to use it all the time as well. If you look at the ingredients, the second ingredient is sugar, and we're all trying to avoid sugar now. And it is so easy to make your own seasoning salt, and you can make it your own. So I'm gonna add some salt. I've got this Real Salt brand, sea salt. I'm just gonna take a couple little pinches with my fingers and sprinkle it around my avocados, the mashed up avocados. I'm gonna take some ground black pepper. I like it when it's freshly ground, so much more flavor than just coming out of a package. I like to add paprika. Paprika adds a nice smokiness to the creaminess of the avocado. So I'm gonna add just a couple sprinkles of that. And then I'm gonna add some chili powder. Chili powder also paying homage to that Mexican flair that we're gonna be going for this evening. People sometimes like to add cumin. Limes or lemons, personal preference. I use them both. I think they're both fantastic. Today I've got a lime, so you can use whatever you might have on hand from our lime tree. I love our citrus trees. If you have the room in a yard to grow some, I highly recommend it. We use them all the time. Another awesome tool, most of you probably have this. I try to buy the biggest one I can find. Don't buy one for an orange, for a lemon, for a lime. Buy the biggest one and then everything will fit in there. I know there's a grapefruit one. We don't need grapefruits in our house, so we use the orange. So go ahead and you're just gonna squeeze the juice of one lime or one lemon, whatever that might be. Try and get it nice and tight in there to get a lot of the juices out of the skin. If you like it really citrusy, you can definitely zest to that lime or lemon to give it that extra kick. That brightness of the citrus really tends to balance out the creaminess and the richness of the avocado. All right, I love to add tomatoes to my guacamole. We have a ton of tomatoes, like I mentioned, and if you've never had a homegrown tomato, there's nothing like it. But if you need to buy store-bought, that's fine too. So I've got here one orange tomato and one red. I love a lot of colors in the food that I eat. I think my kids like a lot of colors in the food that they eat, so I try to add a lot. Chopped up cilantro is amazing in this guacamole. Italian parsley, just adding that brightness of green. Fresh herbs are great, they're healthy. The last ingredient I'm gonna add to my guacamole, and it might sound surprising, but a clean ingredient, even though we're trying to avoid some packaged foods, Tabasco. If you wanna read the ingredients on the label, it says distilled vinegar, red pepper, and salt, and that's it. They don't add any additives, no preservatives, it's pretty clean. So I add just 1 or 2 dashes. It gives it a nice little bit of a kick. Actually, my kids love it. So we're gonna mix that up. Super easy. It's bright, it's green, it's full of color, it's full of flavor. We love Mexican food in my house, but we also sometimes just serve it as a side. My youngest eats everything. She'll eat any vegetable you put in front of her, any sort of food. My 4-year-old, not so much, but he loves guacamole. There's a lot of healthy fats in guacamole, really heart-healthy fats. Your body needs fat, this healthy fat, so don't be afraid of an avocado. Also, they contain anti-inflammatory properties, and as we've all heard, that buzzword lately is inflammation, the root cause of most diseases out there. So the more anti-inflammatory foods that you can eat, the better for your body. So my guacamole is done. We are going to eat it with some carne asada tonight. But I sometimes just eat it with a spoon. Sometimes if I'm not eating super clean, but I'm still staying gluten-free, there's a lot of tortilla chips out there that are pretty clean, pretty natural, and they're gluten-free because they're made with corn. Sometimes I like to put it in between 2 pieces of bacon. But don't tell anybody that. All right, everybody. Stay tuned till next time. I hope you enjoy this guacamole recipe. I hope you make it your own and you never have to buy it from the store again. Thanks so much.